Hey everybody, Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts. Welcome to my Craftember video for Thursday, November 14th. Just real quick, I'm gonna hop over and make sure I am live on YouTube. Looks like I am. I don't know what happened. Welcome to my Craftember video. Okay, I'm there. So last night was weird. It recorded for like 4 minutes or something like that, and then just completely dropped off. I have no idea what happened. So I had to re-record, and it was very rushed. I mean, I got it done, and I think it was fine. But and then when I re-recorded, I didn't have any audio. It was very strange. Anyway, that's the point. So as I've talked about in some of these before, especially like this week when I'm not in show prep kind of scenario, I am working on like projects that I've saved to my phone, like reels that I've saved, because like, oh, I want to try that. So I'm gonna show you all the reel, if I can, and the link to the reel is in the video description. One of these days I'll figure out how to like bring it over in, I don't know if I can do that in a live, but I can show you all on my phone, at least try to anyway. The lighting may not be great, but I think you'll get the gist of it. Let's see if I can angle it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Angle it in such a way. Oh no, that's way worse. Okay, let's turn the light. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. You'll get the point of what we're trying to do here. So we're trying to just make a little watercolor Christmas tree. So the reel was done on a tag. I just have it as, you know, what would be just a flat lay card. I just have some watercolor paper. And, you know, my big investment in watercolors are the Crayola watercolors like we had when we were kids. Because I was like, well, I mean, first of all, I don't know the first thing about watercolors to begin with. I don't paint, I don't draw. So if this goes well and works well, just know that then it really is that easy for anybody to be able to do, because this is just way out of my wheelhouse. My husband's upstairs fussing at the dogs. And I did not realize my little chalk marker to make the little ornaments on the tree wasn't even open. It's a brand new one. I hadn't opened it yet, so let me open that real quick. And I do have my drying tool just so I can dry it a little bit. So we're gonna see how this goes. I have several sheets of this watercolor paper so that if it's an unmitigated disaster from the beginning, I can start over. Of course, you know, trying to remember how we used these when we were kids, right? So okay, here goes. So we're just gonna zigzag from the top. This is kind of a lime green. Right. Okay. So that's that. That's kind of hard to see, I know. Then we've got this next color, kind of a true green. I'm just gonna zigzag down from there, obviously not getting enough paint. So, you know, one of the, if you've looked at the links on my video description, I'm kind of doing this with some other creatives that I know, and Teresa is a painter. That's her, you know, that's what she does. So I'm going to tell her, if you watch this video, don't laugh at me. You know, we all have to learn somehow. So this isn't that bad. Obviously, I think, you know, it takes practice to figure out how exactly to make it look like a tree. I'll hold that up. So that's where we are so far. And then, you know, obviously Crayola watercolors probably, you know, are definitely not really high end, so, you know, probably something I could be using that would be a little better and get me a little more paint on the brush from the beginning, that sort of thing. We're just gonna keep doing the zigzag. Okay, so that worked a little bit better. So that time I put the brush in the water and then in the paint and then back in the water and then in the paint again. So that got me lots more paint on the brush, right? So, I mean, that's part of it, right? It's just technique, figuring out what the heck you're supposed to be doing. It kind of looks like a tree. So then I'm going to, they didn't do this in the video, but I'm going to do it just because I want the practice. I'm going to take some brown and I'm going to make a little stump. Okay. And no, I don't want to do that. Little trays over here. So some of these might be easy. I was talking last night about how I have to be out of town for work, for my day job next week for a few days. And I was trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do in terms of videos? And I have a little desk mount for this webcam, the webcam that's, you know, got my desk view. And this would be easy. And I have like tons of these watercolor kind of reels that I want to do. This would be easy to do in a hotel room. So I'm going to dry this a little bit. And then I'm going to take my chalk marker and I need a piece of paper. So this is basically just a paint marker that I've stored flat since I got it, which probably wasn't the best idea. They really should be stored like markers with the tip down. So I apologize for this delay here as I try to get this going. Okay, and so then we're just gonna take it and do some little dots, make it look like excuse me, make it look like ornaments. These are kind of small. I don't have any gold watercolor paint. And I don't know, this is a really dumb question. And if you paint and you're watching, you can tell me in the comments. Can you just do this with acrylic if you water, you know, if you get enough water on the brush? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Might have to try it. I could ask too, but And, you know, my friend Kara, who's going to watch this and is going to laugh at me. Because she is also a painter. And then we're just going to come down here. And write Merry Christmas. And do a little heart. And there we go. It's a little backwards. There we go. Okay, so that's not half bad. That's not half bad. I mean, it's not great, but so I'm gonna, if you all will indulge me, I'm gonna try that one more time, but I am gonna try something different. I am gonna try something different. So I'm gonna grab, because some of the other ones that I've seen have been making like ornaments, and okay, so we're gonna take the pencil and I'm just very lightly going to trace the inside of this, right? And then I'm going to take what I think is this dark purple paint. Well, and we're going to paint along the outside. Like this. So one of the things that I've been thinking about trying too with this, and I think it would work, is like using an alcohol marker to trace this. And then the other thing that I know I saw was one of the ones that I have of this, the artist had some watercolor in a dish, and she dipped the jar into the dish and used the jar to make the circle, and then just sort of like let the watercolor kind of spread. So, you know, she just took like a little bit of water on the brush and kind of spread some of that around. And that made like some different color, like definitions. She had like pools of dark color in one area, and then lighter colors in another. This is definitely not a high quality brush by any stretch. I'm going to pull in some purple here. Okay, this is fun, I gotta say. This is super fun. Alright, we're going to get a better brush. just come around here. Use this purple. And then I'm going to grab some of this color blue and come up here. You know, one of the things I think I'm learning, the trick is obviously you want a lot of water on your brush when you dip it into the paint so that you get a decent amount of paint. And then I'm curious. Purple back in here. What I'd be really curious about then is just figuring out how you do the shading. So, like, how would I get darker colors to kind of pool around, right? Okay. So we have that, and then you just take our little chalk marker here. Right? Added our little ornament detail. So it's really gonna like test my cursive abilities. And you got that one. Turn it around. I tried to get my camera to flip. For some reason it didn't. Unless, I wonder, I don't know, maybe that's what you all see. Maybe it's flipped on your end and just not on mine. Cursive abilities. So anyway, okay, well, let's see. I'm right at about the 18-minute mark. So, okay. I mean, yeah, this is definitely something I want to keep working on. I have some other reels with some kind of different techniques that I like to try. Definitely would like to try the dipping the jar into the paint and using that to make the circles. One of the cards that I had there was actually several of these I don't have I was gonna, well, I can do it with this. Several of these, of the ornaments, just sort of layered on top of each other. And then like little black, just black lines drawn to the top, to make it look like the ornament's hanging. Right. That's mixed in with the gold a little bit, which looks kind of cool anyway. Okay, well, would love to know what you thought about this. My tracing books are going to come in handy, I think, with my writing down there. But all right, I'm digging this. There will definitely be more of these. I'll look at the reels and figure out what has some different techniques or what we might want to try. And if you, again, as always, if you have any requests or anything like that, please let me know. And I will be back tomorrow with a different project. So I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.